Obviously, learning about architecture is useful for a level designer, but is being an architect enough to make a good level or game? To answer this question, it's worth taking a look at the games made by architects without a background in the game industry. One of the most famous examples is The Witness. A team of architects led by Diana von Buren was responsible for most of the locations in it. She had never worked on video games before The Witness, or even actually didn't play them, but she was inspired by the approach of the game's creator Jonathan Blow. At first, von Buren was afraid that she wouldn't be able to cope due to lack of experience, but soon realized that the designing virtual worlds wasn't that much different from her usual workflow.
If you as an architect are able to think conceptually, then the process will look very familiar to you. We did sketches, researched references, did 3D modeling.
But while the process looked familiar from a technical point of view, von Buren and her colleagues had little understanding of how video games and The Witness in particular worked. So they had to delve deeper into the creative concept of Jonathan Blow and ultimately start thinking like level designers.
We came and say, look at the concept we made. What an amazing building, is it beautiful? And he answered, so what? It ruins the gameplay, now the players can see too far. He gets confused now, there is too much space in front of him. And we had to take a step back and think, is its architecture good for the gameplay? Does it serve a specific puzzle, specific location?
Architects sometimes couldn't find a common language with the game designers. The difference did play a role. At the first meeting, they asked which side is the north, to which they received the answer, is it really important? And to the questions, what angle the sun will shine? The game designers answered that they had no idea. As a result, the architects solved such issues themselves, customizing the virtual world, and they even liked this freedom. Jose Sanchez, founder of the architecture project Pifora, took a different approach to game development. He created Blockhood, a developer and urbanist simulator in one.
They tell me that my game is a wolf in a sheep's clothing. Children play and learn at the same time, unaware that this is an educational game.
Sanchez is a respected architect and professor at the Southern California School of Architecture. One day he hopes to release a free version of Blockhood which can be used in educational institution, and he plans to develop the game almost all his life.
Many students graduate from college with the same programs that game designers work for. In addition, modeling and scripting are taught in many architecture departments.
Architects have been looking for ways to evoke the right emotions with the help of the environment for centuries. It's foolish not to use this experience when creating games. According to Chris Totten, author of a book on architectural approach to level design, architecture has recently begun to focus on the exterior of a building. Even in the last century, the main goal of an architect was to provide the right user experience for those inside. But you need to keep in mind the potential difficulties. You can't just hire an architect to the team and wait for him to make an excellent level. Without understanding the gameplay process and principles of a level design, all his knowledge and experience will be useless. Diana von Buren in her vlog shared tips on how to choose an architect for your project. Of course, he must be able to work with 3D, like almost any modern architects do, but there are also more specific requirements.
Not every technical architect knows how to think conceptually. You need to find someone who can create architecture based on abstract philosophical ideas or gameplay narration. Such a specialist will also help with the creation of a narrative. It's great if he has experience in the gaming industry or if he just loves games. At the very least, he should be willing to play video games and fill gaps in this knowledge of the industry. For example, I had to play a bunch of games, some I enjoyed, some I didn't. And I also went to developer conferences at my own expense to better understand the industry.
What is the conclusion from all this? Perhaps for your project it's worth inviting a person from another professional environment so that he looks at him with an unclouded gaze.